everybody, welcome back to our yoga physical therapy low back pain series. This is class number 2. I'm Molly, I'm a physical therapist and a certified yoga teacher. So I'll be guiding you through some breathing, stretching, strengthening drills, and then a yoga flow at the end. So this class is mostly based in a side lying position, which means you're laying on your side, but we'll do a flow at the end where we're moving all over the place. Props that you will need is either a bolster or a pillow, and then either a lacrosse ball or tennis balls in a sock, whatever you find that works best for you. So grab that stuff and then meet me whenever you're ready. Okay guys, so we're gonna get started laying on our sides, as I said. You're gonna find your pillow or bolster, place it in the middle of your mat, and then hook it so it's just above your hip bone and comes through the small of your waist here. Now, if you want, you can use another pillow or a block as another pillow as a pillow, but we're just gonna lay on our sides here. Knees stacked on top of each other, hips and knees bent at about 90 degrees. And then if you don't need the block, just go ahead and lay down. So this is a nice passive stretch. Let the weight of the bolster just open up the right side of your body. And don't forget those slow breaths in and out through your nose like we did last class. I want you to take 10 breaths here. We're about halfway there. You might hear or feel a few cracks on the very top of an inhale. One more breath. And if it feels okay, just bring your right elbow over to the right. So open up through your chest here. We'll just do 5 breaths here. Let your breath circulate through the backs of your kidneys and through your ribs, through your side body. And then we're going to practice moving breath with movement just in this position. So place your right hand on your right hip and then inhale, sweep the arm overhead. Exhale, close it back down, rest the hand on the hip. Inhale, arm overhead. Exhale, bring it back down. 3 more times. So we're just practicing how to link breath with movement and be aware of our breath in all these positions. Find some expansion on your inhale. Last one. Exhale back down, and then we'll switch sides. So do it as gently as you need. You can prop up on your hand and then turn to face the other side of the mat. So the bolster is resting on the right waist. And just lay your right temple down. Stack your knees on top of each other. 10 good breaths here. Let the shoulder girdle and the hip bones drop heavy. And find some lift through your left side waist. Let's do about 3 more breaths. And then for the next 5 breaths, just cactus your left arm open. So bend it at a 90 degree. Peel the left shoulder open, if that feels place your left hand on the outside of your left hip, and then we'll do 5 breaths, inhaling arm overhead. Exhale, close it back down. Shorten the space between the ribs. Inhale, open up through the side body. Exhale, back down. 3 more times with your breath. Last one. And while we're laying on our right side, just prop up through your elbow, remove your bolster, and then grab whatever massage ball situation you have. I'm gonna stick with the tennis balls just because they're a little more mellow and don't make my body freak out. But while we're on our side, we're gonna place that ball on your glute. So find your hip bone and go up from there. That's your iliac crest. And then find the outside of your hip here, this hard bone. We're going in between that, so right in this meaty portion. You can have 1 or 2, whatever feels good. And this is where it's just kind of funny, but you roll around and find what feels good, find what's releasing. You can make rocking motions, or you can stay in one spot if you find a good one. Right now we're on the side of the glute. We'll move to the back of the glute in just a minute. So hang out here. You can try to bring your right knee closer in towards your body or further away and see if that changes the sensation for you. Rock the pelvis back and forth. And then find one good spot. Stay here for a few breaths. Left leg, drop heavy. Release any tension. And stay there as long as you want. You can pause the video. The rest of us, we will lay onto our backs and have the massage ball or tennis ball right on the underside of our glutes. And again, just rock and roll around here. Gently move into the piriformis here, which extends out from your sacrum to the side. You can straighten that leg, see if that changes it for you. And then just find one spot. Stay here for 5 breaths. Last big inhale in. Slow exhale out. Bend your knee if you straightened it. Bridge up slightly, and then we're going to shift it over underneath the other glute. So stay in this position where we're facing up for now. Roll around, bend and straighten your leg, your left leg this time. Kind of like having the 2 tennis balls, because you just have more like surface area to work with. So you can try that too. Find one spot, stay for 5 breaths. Now roll onto your left side, and we'll go into the side glute area again. So stack your knees, find whatever spot works for you, wiggle around. I don't know why I don't do this more often. I know it's so good for me. I tend to neglect this kind of work. Rock the pelvis back and forth. And then stay in one particularly good area for about 5 breaths. Let your body become heavy into the ball. And keep breathing. One more breath. Take your massage balls out to the side, and we're going to stay laying on our left side. We're going to work on opening up our thoracic spine. So your hips and pelvis are going to stay where they are. I want you to clap your hands together, push them out in front of you. And then on an inhale, you're going to slide your right hand along your left forearm, shoulder, chest, and all the way out to this side. It's like you're opening a book, and now you're going to close it. We're going to do 5 of these. So inhale to open that book. Again, try to have the twist come from above your belly button. So knees, hip points, and belly button should all be facing left. And it's your shoulder that opens to the right. Close that book. Do 3 more with your breath. You can place the back of your right hand all the way onto the mat or to the ground. I just don't have so much space in here. Last one. Big inhale in through your chest, and then exhale, close it. Now we're going to create little rainbow shapes, so scoot down if you need. Start in the same position, and then on your inhale, your right fingertips are going to trace a little semicircle above over your head. And then back down again. We'll just do 3 of these. Inhale, open up into that rainbow shape. Exhale, back. And then on this one, let that carry your whole body so you roll onto your bottom and then find your way onto your right side. So stack your knees and hips on top of each other. Hands are placed on top of each other as well, pointed out in front of you. On an inhale, trace your right forearm with your left hand, moving up through your bicep, chest, and out to the left. Exhale, close that page. Inhale, open, expand. Exhale, back down. Let the twist come from above your belly button. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring it back in. 2 more with your breath. Remember, the thoracic spine is supposed to rotate more than your lumbar spine. So it's important that we open up through this area. Last one. Good. And then we're going to move into those rainbow shapes. So scoot down if you need. On an inhale, let the left fingertips come up and over your head, all the way to the left side. And exhale, trace that shape back. 2 more. Last one. Stay on your right side, and we're going to move into some side planks. So this part isn't fun. Again, not all this is fun, but strengthening your core and your obliques. I love side planks. I think they're so good for you. All right, so prop up onto your right elbow. In our first round, we're going to do it on our knees. We're going to take it easy at first. So push through the outside of your right knee and your elbow and lift your right hip off the mat. Slow, strong breaths. Pull your navel in towards your spine. Create a nice straight body line. Move your shoulder away from your ear. We'll do 5 or 10 breaths in each of these variations. Good. Lower the right hip down. Scoot the right elbow to the top of the mat. Straighten out your legs. So now we're going to do this side plank on our elbow, but without our knee support. So you're going to plant your weight through the blade edge of your right foot. Prepare, lock your shoulder blade down, and then inhale, lift your right hip up. Lift the right side waist a little bit higher. Couple more breaths. Good. Lower back down. Moving it up one more notch. Actually, we'll do 2 more notches. So now we're going to do our side plank on our hand instead of our elbow. So spread your right fingertips wide. Place the weight through the knuckles. Take one more recovery breath. And then get ready. So again, pull the right shoulder blade down away from your ear. Place the weight into the right blade edge of your foot. And then lift the right hip up. Core is tight. Pull everything in towards the midline. Couple more breaths. You got it. Last one. Slowly lower down. We'll move on to the other side before we do our last variation, just to give that side a break. So roll onto your left elbow and the left knee, and we'll go to this side. So easy variation to start, and if you need to stay here for all of them, please do that. We're going to push through our left elbow and our left knee. Extend the hips forward. This is not only good for your obliques and your core, but you can also feel the bottom glute activating quite a bit as well. 2 more breaths. Good, lower back down. Straighten out the legs. So we're coming onto the blade edge of our left foot, staying on our left elbow. Take one deep breath, roll the shoulders out. Pull your navel in towards your spine, tighten everything. You can even engage your pelvic floor here too, that would be wonderful. And then we'll push through our elbow, lift the left hip up. So in yoga, engaging your pelvic floor is called your Mula Bandha, your lock, and then when you draw your navel in towards your spine, in yoga it's called Uddiyana Bandha. So we're working through our bandhas here as well. 2 more breaths. Slowly lower. Move it up a notch, so come onto that left palm, bring your fingers wide, root through the knuckles. Take a little break. And then get ready. So situate however you need. I think my hand was a little too far out on that last side, so I'm going to bring my hand in a little bit more. And then lift on up. 5 or 10 good, strong, slow breaths here. Open through the chest, don't collapse through the right shoulder. Let's do 3 more breaths. Inhale. In through the nose and out through the nose. Good. Lower down. We have one more variation on each side. If you want, you can choose any of those other things we already did. But let's roll onto the other side to give the left side a break. So this will be our toughest one yet, but you can do it. And if it's not safe, then don't do it. So come into the last version, so just the side plank. And then from here, lift your left fingertips up high and then raise your left leg. You have the option to reach those left fingertips overhead too if you want. Three more breaths. Good, slowly lower down. Lower your foot, but stay on your hand. Switch hands, we'll move immediately into the other side. Right fingertips reach up high and then lift your right foot off your left foot. Option to point those right fingertips overhead. Strong and solid. Three more breaths. Nice job. Slowly lower onto your left side. So I know those glutes are talking to you a little bit, but we're going to move into a little more glute work here. So we're going to do what's called a super clamshell. So actually prop up onto your left elbow, and then we're going to do a similar motion to how we popped up into that first side plank, but your right knee is going to open up and out to the side. So we're engaging through the top glute, but then we're stabilizing through the bottom glute. So you can watch me first if you don't know what I'm saying. But on an inhale, we're going to push through elbow, push through left knee, lift everything up, cactus your arm out to the side. And back down. Let's do 10. Inhale for 4. Exhale back down. Two more. Inhale, super clamshell. Exhale down. And then last one. Good. While we're here, lay down onto your left shoulder, and we're going to do some kind of dynamic leg swings. So as your right foot comes up towards your nose, your right hand will reach back behind you. As your right leg reaches behind you, your left arm comes up. So they're moving in opposite directions. Scoot forward if you need. And then just move dynamically here, loosening up through your whole body. Kind of a funky movement, but it should feel good. We'll do 5 more. You can feel this along the back of your hamstring, your IT band area, especially if you point those toes in a little bit. 1 more. Good, and then we'll move into super clamshells on the opposite side. So roll onto your right elbow and your right knee. Pull that shoulder blade down and back, and then push through your right knee. Lift your left knee and your left elbow high, and back down. Going for 10 of these. Halfway, scoot, adjust if you need. 7, super clamshell, open it up, back down. Push through that bottom knee, engage your glutes. We got 2 more. Good, and then you might need to back away from the wall here. We're gonna move into those leg swings. So as your left toes come forward, your left fingertips go back, and vice versa. We'll do about 15 or 20 of these. And you can play around with the orientation of your toes. Reach high above you and far behind you. A few more, let's do 5 more. Good job. Come to a seated position. Now, if you have the time, I recommend pausing the video and going through the clamshell and the leg swings one more time, if you have the minute. But next we're going to move into our vinyasa yoga flow. So come into a tabletop pose. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. And then from here, root strong through all 10 knuckles, and your right knee is going to stay where it is. You're going to bring your left knee in towards your chest, circle it out to the side, lift it up, and then put it back behind you. So we're trying to do this without moving too much through the spine, just trying to kind of isolate through the hip joint, and then go in the opposite direction. So kick it back, around, forward, and then land it, your left foot on the outside of your left hand. So we're in this kind of lizard pose. You can scoot the right knee back a little bit, and then just take a few flows with your breath. So inhale, lengthen the spine. Your fingertips are long in front of you and out to the side. And then exhale, drop your chest down, opening up through that left hip. Inhale, expand. Exhale, release. One more. Now straighten into your left knee, send your hips back over the right knee. And then we're gonna come into a half splits, but let's make it a little more active. You're just gonna turn your toes in and out here. You might feel a little intense or intensity on the outside of your IT band. You can make it even more if you put your hands on the outside of your left knee. Just getting everything moving here. You can also point your toes up and down in this position. And then inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Now, keep your left heel where it is. Turn your whole body to face the right side of your mat. And then rise up. So, left leg is stretched out long. You're planted on your right knee. And then root your right hand into the mat. Stretch your left fingertips long overhead. So this is a modified side plank. Inhale here. And exhale. Then lift back up, engage through your oblique. We're gonna move into gate pose. So left hand slides down left leg, right hand reaches over top. Full breath here. Good. Now move 1 breath per movement. So let's do inhale, gate pose. Exhale, center, modified side plank, center. Inhale, gate pose. Exhale, center. 1 more. Inhale, stretch those left fingertips long. Exhale, rise back up. Inhale, big breath through the right side body. And exhale, center. From here, plant your hands on the mat. Swivel your pelvis to face neutral. Pick your right knee up. Straighten through your left leg, and you're gonna come into a 3-legged dog, but we're actually just gonna flip it over and come into wild thing. So, I'll show you that again. Right knee is into chest, then send the hips back. Extend the right knee up, and then turn your pelvis outwards as you plant the right toes behind you. This is wild thing. Take a nice deep breath here. Couple breaths. And then we'll move breath with movement just twice here. So you'll come back to that plank with your right knee in towards your chest. And then inhale into wild thing. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, wild thing. Exhale, knee to chest. Drop your knee and your booty down. And then we're going to come into Janu Shirshasana. So your sole of your right foot is on the inner seam of your left thigh. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold over your left shin. So a nice hamstring stretch here. You can bring some pulses into it for the low back. They say any type of fold in yoga is supposed to come from 2/3 from your hip and 1/3 from your spine. And I know we don't have a way to measure that, but just make sure you're moving through both areas and not over relying on one of them. A couple more pulses, and then find a place where you like how the stretch feels. Inhale for length a little bit more, and then exhale, release down for 5 breaths. Good. Rise your body up, turn it to face the mat, and we'll come kind of back to where we started, but on the opposite side of the mat. And we'll move through the other side. So root through all your knuckles, widen your fingertips, plant through your left knee, and then pick your right knee in towards your chest, circle it out to this side, push that femur high, and then drop the knee down. Then push your heel towards the sky, rotate that hip out to the side, and then plant your right foot on the outside of your right hand. Scoot your left knee back slightly. We're moving into these lizard waves. So reach your fingertips out long into the side. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more time. Good. And then start to straighten into your right knee as you send your hips over your left knee. And then in this half splits, make it a little dynamic. So I like to swivel my toes from side to side. It helps me feel it more on the outside of my quad here. And hamstring. That's the correct word. And then you can place your hands on the outside of your right calf if that feels okay. Work into some gas pedals here, pointing and flexing the toes. And then take one deep breath in, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold. Now turn the pelvis to face the wall again. Stretch your right leg out long to the side. Lift your weight over the left knee. And then plant your left hand down. Stretch your right fingertips long overhead. Big inhale in this modified side plank. One more inhale. Now engage the side body to lift you up, and then slide your right hand down your right leg. Lift your left fingertips over your ear. Gate pose. One more inhale here, and then we'll link breath with movement. So inhale, drop your left foot down, left hand down. Stretch long through the right fingertips, through the blade edge of your right foot. You can really feel this on the right hip, the front and the side of it. Exhale, center. Inhale, gate pose. Exhale, center. Inhale, side plank. Stretch that right arm long. Exhale, rise up. Inhale, gate pose. Exhale, down. And one more. Good. From here, turn your body to face the mat, and then you're gonna put weight through the ball of your right foot, pluck your left knee in towards your left elbow, come into three-legged dog, setting the hips high, and then flip that left knee over so you land on your left toes into Wild Thing. This is one of my favorite poses. Let the chest open to the sky. Strong through your right palm, through your right shoulder girdle. And then we'll move with breath a couple times. So exhale, bring that left knee into left elbow into plank. Inhale, open, expand, flip your dog into Wild Thing. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, wild thing. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. And then sit your left knee and hip down. Turn the body to face the other side of the mat. And then we'll come into our hamstring stretch again on the other side. So again, find some pulses if that feels good for you. You can place your left hand on the outside of your right foot and kind of twist open to the right more. And then find a good spot and settle in for 5 breaths. Feeling the stretch on the back of your right hamstring, but also a lot through the left side of your lower back. Lift back up, and then turn your body to find tabletop, right where we started, and we'll just move through that flow one more time. So starting with the left knee, bring it into your chest, circle it out, around and back, and then back, around, forward. Plant your left foot on the outside of your left hand, scoot your right knee back, find your lizard waves. Inhale, crown of the head lifts, exhale, chest drops. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. One more time. Find half splits by straightening into your left knee. And then just take a couple rocks from side to side. You can even kind of sway your pelvis like this. That feels kind of good. Again, it just gets into that outside, underside of this hip. Good, and then inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold. Turn your pelvis to face the wall, or whatever direction you are. And then left leg stretches long. Inhale into modified side plank, planting those right fingertips. Exhale through center. Inhale, gate pose, right arm sweeps overhead. Exhale, center. 2 more times with your breath. Stretching long in either direction. And then sending breath into the right side ribs. Last one, gate pose. And then plant both hands on the mat. Come onto the ball of your left foot. Pluck your right knee into your right elbow. And then send it up into 3-legged dog and flip over to wild thing. Planting on your right fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, flip your dog into wild thing. Expand through the chest. Exhale, knee to elbow. One more. Knee to elbow. Plant your right hip bone. Open the body to face the front of the mat or the back of the mat, whatever. I don't know which way we started. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold over that left knee. 2 more. You should feel your body opening up a little bit. Good. Rotate your whole body to face the mat. Come into tabletop and we'll move to the other side. So from your tabletop, bring your right knee in towards your chest. Wrap it around back. Plant it down. Bring it back forward. And land it on the outside of your right hand. Stretch your fingertips long. Scoot your left knee back. Come into your lizard pose waves. So inhale, crown of the head extends forward. Exhale, drop the chest down. 2 more with your breath. Good. Straighten into your right knee. And then I like to kind of rock my pelvis from side to side in this half split. But do whatever variation feels good for you. Then inhale, lengthen through your spine. And exhale, fold. Open your pelvis up to the side, stretch your right leg long, and then find your modified side plank by planting your left fingertips. Reach long from right fingertips through the blade edge of your right foot. Exhale, center. Inhale, gate pose, sweep the left hand overhead. Exhale, center. 2 more times with your breath. Modified side plank. Long through the right side body. Gate pose, breathe into the left side ribs. Last time. Take a big morning stretch. Good. Plant your palms on the mat. Roll under the ball of your right foot. Pluck your left knee to left elbow. And then inhale, flip your dog over into Wild Thing. Resting on those left toe tips, expanding your chest towards the sky. Exhale, plank, knee to elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Open up into Wild Thing. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, last time, Wild Thing. And then left knee to left elbow. Sit your left hip and knee down. And then we're gonna roll the body over to come into your hamstring stretch. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold over the right knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, release. Last time. Good. Stretch both legs out long. We're coming into our 2 final, just relaxing stretches. So have a bolster nearby. But we'll start with banana pose. So lay onto your back. Good job on that little flow. I hope it felt good. A little reward for all the annoying drills. So then place or scoot your heels to the right. Bridge up. Bring your pelvis to the left. Hook your left foot on top of the right. And then shoulders and arms over to the right. So we're creating a banana pose or a rainbow shape, whatever you want to call it, but hips are to the left, feet and arms are to the right. Opening up through the left body. Find a shape that lets you melt into it instead of tense and try to hold on to it. I find that it's easy for the lower body to relax because my feet hook well, but in the upper body I might not be able to stretch as long into my arm as I want, but let's just relax here. Two more breaths. Release that. Do a little unwinding, unraveling. And then pick your hips up, place them on the right side of your mat. Heels go to the left outer corner, right foot rests on top of left ankle. Arms stretch over to the left. Banana on the right side. So maybe start by pulling into the right wrist and opening. Sending breath through each rib space, through your lat, your armpit, your obliques. And then release your arms down. One more breath. Unravel, wiggle around. Big stretch, and then we'll come into our final supine twist. So I want you to grab your pillow or bolster. If you want to stay in banana longer, go ahead, just pause the video. So now we're going to scoot our hips over to the left. Right leg stretches long. Left knee into chest. And then twist it over. So this is our traditional supine twist, but I want you to just place your knee kindly onto your bolster. A little more of a passive version. You might need to bring it closer into your butt. There we go. And then left shoulder peels open to the sky, or to the, yeah, that works. One more breath. Release, and then slowly, pleasely make your way onto the other side. So bridge through the hips, bring them to the right side of the mat. Left leg stretches long. Twist your right knee over to the left and rest it on that bolster. And take a moment to open through the collarbones. Reach those right fingertips out to the side and your gaze can follow. Whatever's comfortable here. Two more full breaths. Gently release and make your way into a seated posture at the front of your mat. Again, if you want to stay in any of those stretches for longer, please do. We'll take one final breath together, hands on your knees. Inhale, spine is long. Exhale, release. Hands at heart center. Namaste. So thank you guys for joining for the second low back pain class. Again, I know it's a combination of like drills that aren't very fun, but hopefully the flow at the end was enjoyable, and hopefully you found something that helps you and that you'll want to return to. So if you like it, please like it. Please share it with your friends or family, whoever you think may need it. And if you want to see more of it, subscribe. And otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye, guys.